Well, hi, Cancers. Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I'm going to shuffle these cards like I used to do when I was Quickie Tarot and see what pops out. And then we'll find out what the universe wants you to know. For Cancers this week, please, universe. Whoa. What do they need to know? What's going to be happening? What do they need to look out for? Any advice for our Cancers? There you are right there, the Chariot. For our Cancers, universe. Okay. See what we got here? We're getting past some loneliness. Something's changing. I have just enough to get started. Okay. The Nine of Swords is up in your highest energy, Cancers. You're really up in your head about something. I think it's about being alone. I think it's about, or feeling rejected, okay? It's right below the Five of Pentacles. So it feels like you may have been in a relationship that you were willing to work on and build on, but the other person was not. They did not want to work and build on a relationship. So I feel like you're alone now. I feel like these thoughts that keep going through your head, these swords are torturous. It's like every waking moment you're trying to figure things out. Like, what happened here? Why didn't I see it? Or, it could be just about anything, but you're really up in your head, and we need to get you out of your head. Definitely. And it looks like the universe is becoming involved in this whole situation because I have the Wheel of Fortune in your highest energy. So the Wheel of Fortune is the universe, and they do get their way, and the wheel is turning. So the wheel's turning, and it is moving you out of this Nine of Swords energy towards something new and different. The wheel for the better, the universe, very powerful. Nothing you can do to stop it. It's moving you past this feeling of loneliness or this feeling of rejection that you might be going through at the moment. So that is really great. And what they're saying is there's an offer coming in. This is what's going to move you past this place that you've been in. This is a sincere love offer coming in. All cards are male or female. This is the Knight of Cups. Very sincere. That cup has lots of room for love. It might just be something as simple as asking for your phone number or going for a walk. But there's an offer that's coming your way. Under the Wheel of Fortune and next to the Nine of Swords, I have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is you. This is your energy. You're so willing to work and build on a relationship. You're already looking towards your future. You want to know, you want to count on what's going to be ahead of you here. So I feel like this is all you've been doing probably is working and going home and getting in your head. That's all you've been really doing. But the Wheel of Fortune is going to bring you past all that. I have the Four of Pentacles on the other side of the Nine of Swords and under the Knight of Cups. Yeah, that's all you've been doing. You've been just kind of stuck working on your pentacles, not really making any moves, and just kind of like Groundhog Day, doing the same thing over and over and over, getting up in your head when you have free space, free time in your head, and trying to work and build on your own security and your own future. So that's where you've been, trying to overcome a past. It looks like feels like a past relationship. If it's not a relationship, it's something somebody said or did that hurt you, made you feel rejected and left out in the cold. Now, maybe this is about work for some people. Maybe you were skipped over on a promotion or something like that, and then it's back to the grindstone. But if that's the case, and if this is all about work for you, there's another offer coming in. Okay, so don't sweat it. The universe is doing their job. I have the Four of Wands under the Eight of Pentacles. So the Four of Wands, this is about a soulmate. This is about divine soulmate. This is union between two people with lots of love and lots of joy. Now, I think for those of you who are looking for another partner in life or wondering if you'll ever get one that's going to suit you, this is who's coming in for sure. The Queen of Pentacles is next to the Four of Wands and under the Nine of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles, this is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that might be strong in your chart or someone else's chart around this reading. But there she is, okay, male or female. And this is your energy. You are really focused on those pentacles. You are looking at that pentacle. You really want to plan a future out for yourself. And it's a very mature energy, and it's very grounded. You're a very grounded person. I feel like whoever's coming in, they might be Earth. They might have some Earth in their chart strong someplace. But I also feel like they have a pentacle. And when they come in, they're going to, start off with a small offer. But I think this person is committable, and they're grounded, and they're looking for love. And they're very sincere. I think you're going to come at, well, I know, according to this reading, if this is your reading, you're going to come out of this staying stuck in Groundhog Day, doing the same thing over and over and over, just kind of getting through each and every day, to moving forward. There's going to be more movement in your life. This is your card, the card for Cancer, the Chariot. So the Chariot, guess what the Chariot does? It moves, and it can move fast if you snap those reins too. But it does take you forward. So you're coming out of this place that isn't very happy. It's really humdrum. It's kind of a place of self-doubt in a way. And everything's turning. Everything is just, by this offer coming in, things are really changing. Thank you, universe. Thank you very much. Let's see what else you need to know here, Cancers. What else do you need to know? For Cancers, please. Cancers. See what we have here. Oh, you are definitely moving forward right into a new life cycle. There was some toxic energy in your life, and I'll tell you more in a minute. When I needed one more card, and there it is. Let's fill up that space for your reading. So I have the Eight of Swords up here, Cancers, in your highest energy line. So this Knight of Cups, this is you. Remember I said you're kind of just stuck in Groundhog Day, not really doing anything except going to work and going home and then trying to figure things out. These swords, they've been all around you, and you've been blindfolded. You're bound up. Your feet are free. Your mouth is free. But I feel like you're really having trouble figuring out what happened, or if there's a lot of truth and a lot of clarity right in front of you, right around you, all around you. And so it's just taking off that blindfold so that you can see. It's turning around. It's using your feet or using your mouth to ask for truth and clarity. You will be coming out of this because I have the Chariot down here. But this energy here of the Eight of Swords, it's just like feeling bound by not knowing. You need to get that energy out of your system, because it's just holding you there. It's just holding you in one place. And so something that you have not really paid attention to, or you're trying not to pay attention to, or something like that, because it's next to the Eight of Swords, is the Devil card. This is the card for Capricorn, only because of the horns, okay? But the energy of this card is the Devil, and it is toxic. It's very toxic. You were tied to someone who was tied to someone or something else. That's what was going on. So whether it was drugs, alcohol, another person, a third person, interfering party like a mother or a father or um, just a child, it could have been anything. But there was some toxic energy that was someone was associated or something was associated, bound to the person that made you feel rejected and alone here. And it was making this relationship toxic. I think you kind of knew that, but you didn't want to deal with it. You were hoping it would go away on its own. I do see it waving goodbye. I don't think it's in your life anymore. I think you're on your own right now. I have the Page of Wands on the other side of the Devil card. I feel like that you had to speak up about this energy, and it was really hard. It was really difficult for you to do. It brewed and brewed and brewed, and it started at the bottom of your feet until it came out your mouth. And I think you just kind of, explained that you need a fresh start. You need a new beginning. You need to move forward on your own. The Page of Wands it could be a self-declaration, like I will not put myself in this position again of being, in a relationship with someone who has something more desirable to them, attached to them, something that rules them or takes over their life, because then it ends up taking over yours. I have the World card under the Eight of Swords and next to the Four of Pentacles. So the World, there's your new life cycle right there. And as soon as you start to free yourself from this eight, this is like a voluntary action of not seeing the truth and not dealing with the clarity and the truth of the matter. You can set yourself free, and once you do, you're moving into a new life cycle. You're coming out of this Four of Pentacles, where you just kind of, living every day, very just going to work, working, focusing on your future, coming home, and then these thoughts start going through your mind. I mean, it's over and over again. So you're entering a new life cycle. And I have the Nine of Cups right next to the World card and under the Devil card. So you put your love on a shelf. That toxic energy, you're like, I'm not handing this out anymore. So you took all that love that you have and you put it on the shelf, and you are guarding it happily. You're like, that's where it goes, that's where it belongs until I'm ready to hand it out. And guess what? It's right next to the new life cycle. I think you're going to be able to hand it out. You're also in this place, and you're becoming in this place, and this is right under the Page of Wands, of being grounded, secure, and stable, and just being you. So yeah, you're coming out of this other energy that's still lingering around you. And you're becoming more self-confident. You're becoming yourself again. More grounded. You're focused on your own pentacles here. And very attractive to others, whether you're male or female, because of your independence. So yeah, I think you just came out and says, hey, I'm done with this toxic energy. I need to get back to being me again. I have the Death card under the World and right next to the Chariot. So this is another card of moving forward, away from the old. So you are coming out of this whole, things are changing. Okay, that you have a new life cycle coming in. Things are looking up. You're going to start feeling much better about yourself, your future, everything. So this is about leaving the old behind and moving towards the new. Ringing out the old year, ringing in the new year. So this is the card for Scorpio. Scorpio might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. And it's actually right next to the Queen of Cups, which is a water sign, which is Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But this is your energy here, and it's right below the Nine of Cups. This is trying to figure out the love. This is trying to figure out if there is anybody out there for you. What were your feelings? You probably thought that you loved whoever this was, that you had to let go out of your life. But you're reevaluating everything. That's the only cup in the deck that has a lid on it. There's little windows around that cup, around that lid, and inside that cup are answers to love questions. And I think you're getting your answers. I think you're getting your truth. You're getting your clarity. And that's a lot of what you've been up in your head about. So the Queen of Cups, this is an emotional card, and it is about love. So you had questions about love, And until you know when that you can hand out your cups of love without any toxic energy, then you will. I have the Nine of Wands next to the Queen of Cups and right under the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Wands is, this tells me, yeah, you came to your wit's end. You were tired of trying over and over again, it feels like, with this past individual. So you were put through the ringer, and you just, it's like one of those staffs is holding you up instead of you holding it up. And yeah, you've been through it. But things are changing. You're moving forward. You're becoming yourself again. You're becoming much more self-confident. You're working and building on your future. You're going to come out of your head. There's an offer coming in. This offer is from a divine soulmate, okay? And they're offering you love and joy is what they're offering you. And they also have a pentacle. So if everything works out with this new offer, romantically, expect an engagement or something very grounded and very stable. If this is a work reading, I would just say hang in there. There's another offer coming in for you, and you will end up moving into a new life cycle in your work environment. Now, for some of you, both these things could be happening. Let me take out one more card for Cancer's clarification. Well, there it went. It flew. Cancer's clarification card, which goes right between the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords. It's the Ace of Wands. There's that fresh start and new beginning right there. It's blossoming, it's blooming, and it is coming in just like I was saying. And a lot of it comes in with this offer here. And you're going to get past this place of not wanting to deal with certain circumstances, certain truths, certain thoughts and things that you're just going to eliminate. You know, it's like when things start happening, this card's going to disappear, that Eight of Swords. You're no longer going to feel bound by what's happened in your past. Wow. This is a good reading, Cancers. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.